Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this, because today we're looking at a system that literally breaks the mold of building wealth online. It feels like every side hustle out there has some massive barrier to entry, right? You gotta learn to code, or hustle for clients, or drop a fortune on a high-end laptop. Well, today, we're throwing all those excuses right out the window. Based on our source material, we're unpacking a highly effective playbook where, honestly, all you need is that smartphone in your hand and the willingness to actually take action.
So, how to make money without showing your face? This is the ultimate question for so many of us, isn't it? How do you actually generate income without, dancing on camera or putting yourself out there? Well, we're going to answer that by looking at a platform that a huge portion of the internet, especially guys actually, has completely ignored. Most people just wrongly assume it's only a place to look up room aesthetics or, wedding outfit ideas. But what if I told you there's a hidden, seriously powerful ecosystem hiding right in plain sight, one where you never have to step in front of a camera and you absolutely don't need to build a personal brand to see some incredible financial returns?
Section 1. The Hidden Money-Making Platform. Let's get into it.
The hidden platform we're talking about here is Pinterest. Now, hold on, before you roll your eyes, you have to understand that this platform is just fundamentally misunderstood. It is not a social media app for mindless, cold scrolling and entertainment like, say, Instagram or YouTube Shorts. Actually, scratch that. It's not really social media at all. It's a visual search engine and it is driven by incredibly high user intent. People go there specifically to plan something, find inspiration, or buy a solution to a problem. And when audience intent is that strong, turning your traffic into actual income becomes like 10 times easier.
Check out this number, 1/3. That represents the portion of the roughly 84 to 100 million Pinterest users in the United States who have an annual income of over $100,000. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter if I don't live in the US? Well, it matters because Pinterest is a global search engine. You could literally be sitting in your bedroom in India creating visual pins in English, and those exact pins are being served straight to a highly affluent American audience. And honestly, they don't care who made the pin or where you live. If your pin solves their problem, they click, they buy, and you earn high-value affiliate commissions in dollars. It's a total game changer.
Section 2. The truth about buyer psychology.
To really make this work, we have to understand how people actually buy things online. It's like a journey, and it happens in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is awareness. This is when someone realizes, say, their desk setup is super boring, and then they stumble across a pin about a minimal desk makeover. That sparks an idea, which leads perfectly into step 2, consideration. Now, this right here is Pinterest's secret weapon. Users save these pins to their boards. They're researching, they're comparing options. And finally, step 3, decision. After looking over their boards, they click your specific link and make a purchase. The whole shebang happens naturally, right within the platform's ecosystem.
So the absolutely crucial point is right here in these conversion rates, because Pinterest captures users and holds their hand throughout that entire psychological journey, warming them up from just being aware to actually making a decision. The conversion rate is just massive. Instagram usually hovers around a tiny 0.5% to 1% conversion rate. But Pinterest, it sits comfortably at 3 to 5%. You literally have up to 5 times higher chances of actually making a sale. Why? Because you're dealing with warm, financially prepared traffic that's ready to pull out their wallets.
Moving on to Section 3. Your Success Roadmap. Let's look at how to pull this off.
So how do you actually go from absolute zero to earning your first 100,000 rupees? Well, step 1 is vital. I can't stress this enough. You must pick a single niche. If you're posting a cool tech gadget one day and then a skincare routine the very next day, you're just going to completely confuse the algorithm. You need to pick just one proven, highly profitable category. Things like tech gadgets, home decor, fashion, kitchen products, skincare, or student supplies. Just pick one and stick to it with absolute consistency.
Okay, once you've nailed down your niche, here is your execution strategy. First up, join a free affiliate program. Amazon Associates or Share a Sale are great for this. Second, you want to focus on low-ticket, impulse buy items. Look, nobody is buying a $1,000 laptop based on a single image, right? But a $15 aesthetic desk lamp? Oh, they'll buy that all day long. Third, you need to create what we call hook pins. Please, whatever you do, don't just post a boring screenshot of the product. Hop over to Canva, set your canvas to 1,000 by 1,500 pixels, and use free AI tools like Google Gemini Nano to generate beautiful, aesthetic lifestyle images that actually show the product in a real-world setting. And finally, number 4, optimize your SEO. Since Pinterest is essentially a giant search engine, your pin's title and description absolutely must contain the exact keywords your target audience is typing into that search bar.
Section 4. 3 monetization models.
Now, the real secret here is how you actually get paid by layering these 3 models together. Affiliate marketing is definitely the easiest starting point. You just link to a product and scoop up a 4 to 10% commission. Low effort, steady reward. Next, as you grow, you can evolve to starting a blog. You drive that warm Pinterest traffic to a post and boom, you're earning from Google AdSense and your affiliate links simultaneously. Double the income. And finally, we have the holy grail, digital products. Let's say you sell a $20 budget tracker that you designed for free on Canva. Guess what? You keep 100% of that profit. The smartest entrepreneurs out there, they don't just pick one, they stack all 3 of these models right on top of each other.
Section 5. The reality of exponential growth. This is super important to understand.
Let's see how this actually builds. Look, if you start this playbook today, I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably going to face a period of immense frustration at first. So you really need to understand how growth works here. It is exactly like going to the gym. In months 1 and 2, you're going to see almost 0 results. It's a testing phase. The platform is just trying to figure out if you're a genuine creator or just spam. But look at months 3 through 5. This is the trust phase. The algorithm finally trusts you and your views start compounding, maybe hitting 30,000 plus. And then by month 6 and beyond, that's when you see this massive exponential spike where even your older pins suddenly go viral. Growth in this platform is purely a waiting game of building trust. Now, during that growth phase, you're going to unlock a major secret to scaling, and that's the concept of niching down. Let's say you started off testing 3 totally different aesthetics. A few weeks in, you check your analytics and realize, wow, my room decor pins are getting like 4 times more saves than the others. Now, a rookie, they just keep posting all 3. But a pro abandons the losers and doubles down entirely on room decor. By narrowing your focus like that, the algorithm instantly recognizes you as an authority in that specific category, which can literally multiply your growth speed by 2 or 3 times.
Section 6. Proper money management. Let's talk about keeping what you earn.
Because here's the thing, making all this money means absolutely nothing if you don't know how to actually keep it. To prevent you from crashing right back to 0, our source material outlines a pretty strict 25-15-50-10 wealth management rule. Here's how it breaks down. 50% goes to your essential living expenses. 15% builds up an emergency fund. 25% goes straight into long-term growth investments. But that final 10%, that is for pure enjoyment. Listen, if you try to save 100% of your money, your willpower is going to break. You're human. That 10% slice is absolutely psychologically necessary to prevent you from burning out.
And why is that 25% growth bucket so incredibly important? Just listen to this. If you take just a small portion of your online earnings, let's say just 5,000 rupees a month, and consistently invest it into that growth bucket at a 12% return for 20 years, you don't just get your money back. Thanks to the massive snowball effect of compound interest, you end up generating roughly 3.8 million rupees in pure extra profit. That's enough to completely change your life. That is real wealth generated entirely in the background, freeing you from ever having to rely entirely on a social media algorithm again. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to remember this quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Honestly, you will probably feel like your first pin looks terrible. You might even feel a little foolish posting your first affiliate link. And you know what? That is completely normal. But the only difference between you, sitting there right now, and the person quietly making a massive income online is that they actually took that first imperfect step. They didn't wait around for the perfect moment.
So, I'll leave you with this final provocative question. You have the entire roadmap now. You understand the buyer psychology. You get the algorithm, and you know the exact monetization strategies. The platform is just sitting there waiting, and the barrier to entry is literally just downloading a free app on the smartphone you're probably holding right now. So, will you take action? Will you create your first pin today? Seriously, think about it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.